Welcome back, everybody. Now, yesterday we did Howard the Duck gameplay, buffed gameplay, and tomorrow we're doing buffed Crossbones gameplay. So today, what we're going to be doing is some buffed Nova gameplay. Now, Nova, I'm pretty sure, based on what they told everybody, definitely had the least of an update. He didn't really, not much updated for him, except for really two things. One was when he reaches 75 Nova charges, he gains a Fury buff, which gives him some extra attack. So no one's complaining about that. But when he reaches 100 Nova charges and he goes unblockable, if you throw off the SP2, then it is double the damage. I'm pretty sure, or maybe double the energy damage. But like every unupgraded 3-star gameplay video, we are going to be hopping into the last quest of Act 3. So yeah, we're starting off with the Black Bolt. And when I was doing this gameplay, I was still not very good at Nova. I have learned a little bit since then, but what I've learned is you ideally is whenever you use the second medium, it consumes some Nova charges and gives you some extra energy damage. But that was relatively well known. No one's questioning that. But I really like to throw that off on the SP2. So I like to end with the light attack a whole lot of the time. So I like to do medium, light. Yeah, so here I'm just trying to get out of the way. And every time you use a heavy, I'm pretty sure it consumes like 20 or 25 charges. And yeah, then when you, and like I said, with the buff, when you have 100 charges and you throw off the SP2, it does like double energy damage, which is another reason you want all the Nova charges at 100. So yeah, we are nearing, we're like at almost 85 hits, and he's at 11% left, and yeah, this is just a little bit of a warm-up. But yeah, the challenge is always, with the unupgraded 3-star, to beat the Thanos at the very end. No revives or anything. I do make the poison immune people face the abomination. However, if the 3-star is not poison immune, I don't make them do it. I just fight with somebody else. So yeah, that's what I did for Howard yesterday. That's what I'm gonna be doing with Nova today. And yeah, Howard was the first successful person to successfully beat the Thanos. But yeah, I have gotten pretty good against Thanos. He's not that hard to fight. I just hadn't fought him in a while. And the reason I threw off the heavy attack right there, no reason in particular. I just love seeing that animation. So if I throw a heavy here and there, just know that's just because I really like it. But yeah, another really cool feature about Nova is his auto block, and you have to be above I'm pretty sure 50 Nova charges or something like that to get it. Yeah, and it just auto blocks your attack, and later in the fight I do almost completely slip up, and it really actually does save me. But Nova isn't exactly always Nova is not known for his Nova is not known for being a great attacker. He's a little bit below average, maybe a little average, but I say a little bit below average. But what he's known for is being a defender. Now this guy can be really annoying with the auto block, and yeah, the Furies and everything like that. The Furies don't really matter too much, but all the energy damage is really annoying. But yeah, so now we're heading on to Thor. And Thor is a relatively simple champion. You just can't get hit by the second part of the SP2 when he throws his hammer. But yeah, the SP1's very easy to get away from. And yeah, we're just going to deal with this fight like any other. And yeah, see how we do. Now, as you can see, we are running pretty low on health pretty early on. I do allow myself to use a couple health potions here and there, but nothing too big, like get him to max like halfway through. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's basically like a double kind of thing, a double life kind of thing, like Nick Fury. But yeah, here, I keep ending in mediums just to get some extra energy damage. However, I do want it to have, yeah, I ended with the light right there. So I do want to get to 100 charges for the SP2. And if you want to get up the charges a little bit quicker, there is a very simple way to, and that's to use, and that's to dash back and dash forward again. So as you can see, I accidentally took a blocked hit with Thor's hammer in the SP2, like I was trying not to do. So now I'm at very low health. I'm at 3%. Yeah, and one parry could, like a couple parries could kill me, so I'm trying to not take any blocked hits. But I throw off an SP2 right there, and whenever you throw off the SP2, you always want to have the most charges as you can. However, there's nothing wrong with ending in mediums every time. Just for the SP2, it's ideal to have max charges. So there, I do get out of that fight alive. I was pretty impressed with myself in 100 hits. But yeah, I am going to use some health potions right before we go up against the Deadpool. But yeah, overall, like at this point, I was like, okay, I don't really love this guy's buff. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of this guy's buff. It does not mean it was a bad buff. I just don't like his play style or anything. There's a lot you need to pay attention to when you play with this guy. And just overall, in my opinion, he's not a fun champion. However, I'm not saying that he's not a fun champion. That's just my opinion. Alright, but yeah, so here we have the Deadpool. And Deadpool, like, the main purpose of the final quest in Act 3 is to give you a little bit of a preview for the health pools and attack powers for all the Act 4 people, but give you relatively simple champions like Deadpool and Hulk and not ranged attack champions. But yeah, this quest can be a challenge for many people, especially the Thanos at the end, since you have a lot of reduced power. And so yeah, there I use an SP2. I get off some nice energy damage and some nice damage in general. But yeah, overall, like, yeah, overall, this quest is relatively easy. However, it's not always that easy for the people who are just on this quest. Alright, but yeah, overall, I just keep using, yeah, you see, I've just hit 100 charges. Now I go unblockable. It consumed about 50 charges, the SP2. And, yeah, there I keep using lights so I can keep the charges up. Thankfully for this quest, the special 2s or special 3s are not active, which does make it a lot more helpful. However, I do have reduced power rate, which is really getting a bit annoying. And I'm pretty sure that's after you hit a certain amount of charges. But overall, no. But I've always had mixed emotions about this guy. If you pull one, don't like. I would take him up, but for defense, he's not exactly a great person for offense. But yeah, overall, like, this guy's, like, top tier when it comes to animations, though. And, yeah, I know multiple people would agree with me when it comes to that. Alright, but yeah, I got about 50 charges. I ended with a medium there, so it consumed, like, 30 charges. It would be so much better if it, didn't consume as many charges. But if I were to do something to make this guy top tier worthy and comparable tier, I would probably make his energy damage do tons more. Or not, no. I would just make everything cost a lot less. Nova charges, like mediums, they would only take like 5 or 10. And yeah, but just everything would cost less. and yeah, it would just be easier to keep him up. Alright, but I threw off a heavy attack there just for fun, just to see the animation, since I always just love that. And yeah, I ducks the SP1, and I've hit 100 charges, so I'm completely unblockable in there. I do take advantage of it. And when I hit, and like I said, the buff, when you hit 75 charges, you do gain Furies, and they are possible to stack, so you can gain a lot of extra damage output. There, I was really close to the kill, but I was not quite there. And there, I do get the kill. Now, I'm pretty sure next is Abomination. Yeah, so I do take this with Annihilus. So yeah, I'm just going to skip over that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cleared the Abomination, and yeah, now it's time to move on to Drax. And Drax is a champion who's got no ranged attacks. Like I said, this quest is all about easy people with bigger health pools. Since the rest of the Act 3 health pools are not nearly this big. Yeah, you start with like pretty, like, it's very easy to pick up the Nova charges. It just kind of happens naturally. However, once you start getting higher, it does get harder and harder to get them. So it may take like a second per charge, like once you hit 80 or 90. Now it's taking now you can get like 3 every second or so. I don't think it says an exact amount or anything. But yeah, I used a medium right there. I accidentally consumed some charges. And yeah, sometimes it is good for after you make a parry, instead of doing like a medium and a heavy attack like heavy spammers do. Instead, you can just dash back and dash forward again to get more Nova charges, like right there. But yeah. And yeah, you just want to always have as many Nova charges as possible. But overall, as I kept saying earlier, I was not a huge fan of this guy's buff. Does not mean it was bad though. But it wasn't amazing. I feel like they could have done so much more with this champion. He came with like Squirrel Girl, I'm pretty sure, in like January of 2020. I can't remember if Storm, Pyramid X, and Sorcerer Supreme, I can't remember if they were like January or March or April. They were one of those months. But I'm pretty sure Squirrel Girl and Nova came in 2020. Or in January 2020. Alright, but now it is time to take on Thanos. And I do need some energy right here, so I opened some free crystals, and I'm just going to skip over those. I'll be right back. Alright, so I popped 10 free crystals. I got 3 small energy refills. And yeah, now it's time to take on Thanos. So the challenge with Thanos is he's got double the health of the rest of the people, and he reduces your damage by a whole lot. Like if you do 1 damage one time, like 4 damage normally, you'd only do like 1. So yeah, he reduces it by a lot, just to make it quick. But yeah, here I'm at 92 charges. I'm just trying to keep going up. I'm at 94 here. I can't. Yeah, I'm just gaining very slowly, and I dash forward to get 100 charges, and I was at 100 charges, so I gained double the damage, which is his new buff. And yeah, I dex the SP2 right there, and I'm at 70%, and he was at 87%. So I was thinking, okay, this is not going so bad. Maybe we can solo this, put Nova right next to Howard the Duck. But overall, out of the guys who need of the 3 buffs, Howard definitely needed the buff the most. Then Nova, then Crossbones. Crossbones didn't need an overly huge amount. However, he did. He wasn't like top tier or anything like that. They never buffed somebody who's like top tier. But yeah, as you can see, I have 4 Furies. I was able to stack them all up. And yeah, the damage output, it's not bad. It's not great either, though. But yeah, overall, overall his buff was decent. It made him better. But yeah, here I just keep hammering in. I get up to about 80 charges now. And yeah, if you're struggling to get charges, like if you're at 90 or so, just parry and dash back and dash forward, since dashing forward can get you a whole lot of charges. And their auto blocks saved me. I just could have gotten totally wrecked right there. And there I was pretty sure I had 100 Nova charges. I can't remember. Yeah, so it's been like 120 hits. I'm at 56. He's at 57. I'm just trying to bait out an SP1 right here. Just so I have to take not as many blocked hits. But yeah, I've reached 100 and I went unblockable. I wish the unblockable lasted a little bit longer. It does not last that long really at all. And there all the charges did expire. So I did not have any huge damage or anything. But yeah, I'm back to 50, now 75. And yeah, here I just dex a special one. Just trying to take not as many blocked hits. So I can try to pull off the solo. He did just get an armor up. Thankfully, it does not last that long. And yeah, I have 3 less percent than him. But yeah, I was like, okay, I think I can pull off the solo. But then I do get wrecked at the end, and you guys will see. I should have gotten the solo though. But we're both at 40%, and right now I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking good. I think I can pull this off as long as I don't make any stupid mistake. And there I dex the SP2, and yeah, I was at 90 charges, so we got some pretty good energy damage. And yeah, here's about where I mess up. So I'm holding block, and at the last second I stop holding block. I held it for like a split second. Like it's like almost, you can't even really even see it. But here I was a little bit in disbelief, and I was looking at 201 hits. He only hit me once, and I was a little bit pissed. Yeah, overall the buff, I don't really love his playstyle, but then again, I never really did. Ideally, you do want this guy awakened and at a high signature level. But everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and like button. If you want to know more about my about my MCOC account and my channel, make sure to go over and follow the Instagram. Make sure to comment new videos you want to see. I'm always looking for new ones. And if you want to watch more of me, I post every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, if you want to watch me, then yeah, see you tomorrow. Alright, but thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys later.